Hello everyone and welcome to my Bachelor Nation official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and gives this video a thumbs up. He is golden. The Bachelor's first season has ended in misery, with Gerry Turner announcing his divorce from Theresa Nist after 3 months of marriage. Theresa and I have had a number of heart-to-heart conversations, Gerry stated on Friday's Good Morning America. We've taken a careful look at our living arrangements and mutually decided that it's time to end our marriage. The thing that struck me the most about our chat was how dedicated both of us are to our families. So, we look at these issues, and I believe it is best for both of our happiness to live apart, he said. On April 12, Gerry, 72, filed for dissolution of their marriage in Indiana. Their listed separation date is also April 12, and he mentioned irretrievable breakdown as the cause. Theresa and Gerry stated that they had numerous heart-to-heart conversations and had looked closely at our living situations, and we've kind of come to the mutual conclusion that it's time for us to dissolve our marriage. They denied that rumors about Gerry's previous dating history influenced their decision. He claimed he hadn't dated in 45 years and hadn't kissed in 6 years, but an ex-girlfriend claimed they dated for several years after his wife died. The Bachelor was hailed as the first of its kind, bringing together women over the age of 50 to compete for Gerry's hand in marriage. It was a ratings triumph, so Gerry proposed to Theresa, 70, in November 2023. During a live broadcast of the finale, host Jesse Palmer announced that they would marry in January 2024 on television. They stated that they intended to purchase a joint home either South Carolina or New Jersey, where Theresa lived. We looked at homes in South Carolina, and we considered New Jersey, Theresa explained on April 12. We looked at house after house, but we never came to a choice. Rumors about their affair began to circulate earlier in April, when it was revealed that Gerry was still residing in his Indiana house while Theresa was working in New Jersey. He was introduced as the Season 1 Golden Bachelor on Good Morning America in July 2023. He has 2 children, Angie and Jenny, as well as 2 granddaughters, Charlie and Peyton. What happened was that his kidneys were not in good condition, she explained on The Golden Bachelor. When I was at work one day, he suddenly became ill, and I went home to see him die. The inaugural season of The Golden Bachelor was a cultural phenomenon. It didn't just revive interest in the aging Bachelor franchise, it redefined it. For the first time, the roses were offered not by a 30-something adrenaline junkie with a spray tan and a six-pack, but by a gentle, grandfatherly figure from Indiana with silver hair, misty eyes, and a story that made America cry. His name was Gerry Turner. The world met him in July 2023, during a tender segment on Good Morning America. The then 71-year-old widower spoke with the solemn charm of a man who had known deep love and loss. His wife, Toni, had died suddenly after a 43-year marriage. She got sick quickly, Gerry recalled through tears on national television. When I was at work one day, she became ill. I rushed home and held her as she passed. That moment, raw, heartfelt, authentic, defined what The Golden Bachelor would become. This wasn't a show about hookups and hot tubs. This was about second chances. About late-life romance, healing, and courage. Gerry was introduced not just as a romantic lead, but as a symbol, the embodiment of hope that life's most meaningful chapters can begin after 70. The season premiered in September 2023 to overwhelming acclaim. Viewers were drawn to its warmth and sincerity. The 22 women vying for Gerry's heart were all over 60, each with her own life story, losses, and loves. One had survived breast cancer. Another had written 2 novels. One woman, Susan, ran a bakery that specialized in wedding cakes for same-sex couples. The show offered more than courtship, it was a meditation on mortality, on endurance, and on the resilience of love. After weeks of televised bonding, emotional confessions, and golden dates in hot air balloons and candlelit villas, Gerry ultimately proposed to Theresa Nist, a 70-year-old financial services professional from New Jersey. "You're not the right person for me to live with," he told her in the finale, pausing just long enough for her to panic. "You're the person I can't live without." The proposal, broadcast live in November, was a ratings juggernaut. The couple kissed under falling confetti as Jesse Palmer, the ever-telegenic host, announced that the couple would marry in a televised ceremony on January 4, 2024. ABC promised the event would be a golden wedding, a once-in-a-lifetime love story for America to celebrate. But behind the glitz of primetime television, a quieter reality was beginning to surface. By the time of their wedding, cracks had already begun to show. They had not decided on a place to live together. Theresa still worked in New Jersey. Gerry remained in his Lakeside, Indiana home, where he had built a life with Tony and raised 2 daughters. "We looked at house after house," Theresa later said. "We considered New Jersey. We looked in South Carolina. But we never made a choice." By April, just 3 months after their wedding, rumors swirled that Gerry and Theresa were living apart. Some speculated that they had never fully moved in together at all. The whispers intensified when TMZ obtained court documents showing that Gerry had filed for divorce on April 12, 2024. In the paperwork, the reason was listed simply: irretrievable breakdown. The fairy tale had collapsed. Gerry confirmed the split during an appearance on Good Morning America, the same venue where his journey had begun. Sitting across from a visibly emotional Jesse Palmer, he spoke with the gravity of a man who had just come through something quietly devastating. "Theresa and I have had a number of heart-to-heart conversations," he said. "We've taken a careful look at our living arrangements and mutually decided that it's time to end our marriage." The statement was composed, respectful, almost too calm. "The thing that struck me the most," Gerry continued, "was how dedicated both of us are to our families." With Theresa's career and grandchildren rooted in New Jersey, and Gerry's ties to Indiana's quiet rhythms and Midwestern values, a shared life had proven unworkable. Publicly, both denied that Gerry's past relationships played any role in the divorce. But old controversies resurfaced nonetheless. During the airing of The Golden Bachelor, a woman claiming to be an ex-girlfriend told The Hollywood Reporter that she and Gerry had dated for nearly 3 years following his wife's death, contradicting his on-air claim that he hadn't kissed anyone in 6 years. "Gerry wasn't honest," the woman alleged. "He told me I was his one and only after Tony. We traveled. We had plans." The revelation cast a shadow over his carefully constructed image. And yet, despite the disappointment, many fans were not ready to cancel him. They didn't see a manipulator. They saw a flawed man, still grieving, still trying. Even as critics dissected every detail, from the rushed timeline to the conveniently sanitized backstory, others took a more forgiving view. After all, how many men in their 70s are suddenly thrust into celebrity, given a national platform, and asked to navigate a brand new relationship under a microscope? Theresa, for her part, remained poised and gracious. She posted a brief statement on Instagram, thanking fans for their support and reiterating that her time on the show was. "Thanks for watching. If you likes this video, do not forget to subscribe to my channel and do not miss any update.